Like today on E, they're having Brandy Glanville on, but Housewives, trust me, he doesn't. It's like Brandy had to really pitch her team, had to pitch her, and now she's going to be on. And like, I mean, it's all because they think she's going to be back on Beverly Hills, but like he doesn't like Jersey. He's like, I'm taking Teresa and Melissa, and that's it. I don't want any of these other fucking people. I mean, I shouldn't even be saying this on air. You're going to get me in trouble. Remember, I'm telling you, we're never supposed to mention this person.
People
I'm going to
don't
get in trouble.
know.
Okay. He didn't really say that. But the point is, this clip that's going around, you and I were standing right
Oh,
there. We
wait,
got
do
our
we
own
want to
clip.
play it? Do we want to play
Oh,
it? Yeah,
sure. Play
we
it.
have our
Yeah.
own clip. Okay, let's play.
Well,
This is
Sarah
Sutton's
pulled out
comment.
her own phone, and I'm like, I'm so nervous right now. And then when it was over,
Leaving. Okay, hold on. Keep going. Then I'll play it.
and no, then when it was over, my friend was like, "What are you doing with your clip?" And I'm like, "Sarah, they're going to break this on E News. You can't exactly post this online." But do you
Okay.
see how this crazy business works?
Yeah.
It's
And
a
I said to
hierarchy.
him,
It's
no
a
problem.
hierarchy.
You break it, and then we'll talk about it on the podcast. Here is Sutton's very first comment on Lisa Rinna. We were live there to record it.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, I think we're all sad that Lisa's leaving. I think she will be missed. She always loved to stir that pot, and then we all like to taste the soup. So I think we'll miss Lisa's soup, but I don't think this is the last we'll see from her. And I think, it's going to be a nice time of reflection for her. Is what I'm hoping. And I wish Lisa all the best.
There you go.
She's brilliant at her job. She's brilliant. She is so positive and Southern, but she gets two digs in there. She gets two digs. What did she say? She's like, Lisa made the soup and we all tasted, and she said, "I won't miss Lisa's soup." Is that what she said?
No, I think she said that we'll all miss
Lisa's
Lisa.
soup. So far, very positive, something good girl. But then she does do the shade where I think this will be a time of yes.
Of self-reflection, which is the Southern way of saying bless your heart, like bless your heart, fuck.
And it's also saying that, girl, you came unraveled and you need some self-reflection, and this will be healthy for you not to be on the show. It was a little bit of shade. Thank you, E News. You have that clip because I said to my friend when I wasn't sure if you were going to come with me, listen, I can go everywhere by myself, but I said, please come to Sutton's store with me. We'll stop by. We'll say hi to Sutton. She's going to be there. And then he's like, you saw him. I don't exaggerate. He's like, we're staying for this. We had to get to the Polo Lounge. And I'm like, oh my God. Okay. You see, he argues, but Sutton DM'd me because she said skinny mini. She thought I was so thin.
Well, she did comment everywhere we go. I feel like people comment. Yeah, you look great, but I think Sutton and I unanimously. I think you said I want to lose more weight, and Sutton and I unanimously said no. And then we looked at each other and we laughed, and we were both like no and no, because you look really good, but you have that the cheekbones, and that's as much as you need to go. You don't need to look gaunt and concave. Some of these people, it doesn't look good. They get, and I've been there on diets. You get so anorexic and the bones are sticking out and you think it's like, it looks great, but it doesn't. And people are worried, and you look really good. Like, don't do anything else. Just I would go back to, like, can't you do the shots now just like once a month and maintain? Like,
you absolutely could. No, I'm not saying I'm going to do that, but you absolutely could. These shots you could just take and skip a week. Absolutely. By the way, talking about skinny, Sutton is fucking tiny in real life. She is so thin. So thin. Loved her. And listen, to your point, I mean, it's Beverly Hills. She could have been some like rich biatch with like an attitude. Nope, she couldn't have been. And it's authentic. It is authentic. That was not an act. So you compare her to these others, like some of, just like Potomac or some of these other franchises, and not just Potomac. We'll pick Jersey. I mean, lots of franchises. Miami, she has no attitude. None.
None. And I think too, maybe that's like what it's like too, if you're kind of been rich for a long time too. I think you're just so secure in, like, she seemed to me, because I don't even think she doesn't need to do the store. I mean, she obviously does the store because she has a passion for clothing and fabrics and, making women look wonderful. And, I really, really, really loved her. I've said it, I've met her many times in real life, Candace Bassett. I like Candace and Chris, like they're very down to earth. Ashley Darby's like super sweet in real life. I was like Michael.
What little questions did you get in with Sutton? Like what? Because I mean, I was asking some inappropriate questions about the future of the show, things that like, it's almost like I'm asking you, girl, but like maybe don't tell me because then I'm going to be in a pickle because here I am behind the velvet rope, right?
Well, dude, I said to her, because she gave that very diplomatic response about Rena, but I was like, tell us how you really feel. And she looked at me like she was wanted to tell me exactly how she really felt. But she obviously didn't do that because I don't even think she cared that the publicist was around. I think she just got distracted about something else. I mean,
she would have honestly, yes. Sutton she was an open book to a point, especially if the publicist wasn't there. Like we could have,
I mean, I think I wanted to ask her too. Did Erica Jane send her a Christmas card? Has she had any contact with EJ? Is she looking forward to maybe having a relationship with Erica now that Rin is out of the picture?
Well, I said like, who else is going? And I said like, it's not just Rinna, right? And then she started to answer, but then she gave the obvious answer. She's like, well, I mean, no. She's like, Diana's going, right? I mean, Diana just announced that she was going, but I'm like, Sutton, that doesn't tell me anything. I mean, like more than Diana. And then that's when it's like too many people. I'm telling you, like another minute, and I would have gotten some information, which I'm happy I didn't because, like, I don't, it's a fine line. You want to share with these wonderful people because that's where the loyalty is. But God, guys, I've burned so many fucking bridges with housewives. I can't burn bridges here in LA. I can't. Teresia, do you think Teresia Giudice wants to come on my podcast? Thank you, Kim D.
Well, I think that you ask very smart, you ask very insightful questions. I think a lot of people don't really want to answer those types of questions. So I don't know that it's necessarily you. And I mean, maybe it is Kim D because, right, they have no love loss. So maybe it's Kim D. But how do you feel about Diana going? Do you think? I mean, we both call. I mean, you probably said it first, but I mean, we kind of were in agreement about that from the beginning. We thought for a while, especially like with the whole bots thing and everything, like that was just she was going to be gone.
Listen, people hate her. I always will have a soft spot for someone once they are the underdog. I know people believe in their heads that she did this to Garcelle. And so therefore, when I say I like her now, we're going to have racist comments about me, which I'm telling everyone to go fuck themselves. I'm not entertaining that because it's bullshit. I feel Diana got a bad rap. I mean, I feel that she wasn't perfect, but I really don't think she understood how this worked, where he says Rin is,